Hi, and welcome to this video. We will continue with our Forex trading guide for you, giving you a technical analysis and chart patterns. Let's see a bullish pennant real example. The trade setup. Trade entry at the closing rate of the candle after the breaking the upper border at 0.4. The take profit 893.6 pips, usually measurement applied from point number 4. The stop loss 372.2 pips, risk reward 2.401, set at 7% of target measurement beyond absolute SL. Price action retested the breakout rate. Let's see bearish pennant illustration and structure. A step downward price action initiated from number 1 till finding first resistance number 2, creating the pennant's pole. Price action reverses direction from number 2 and goes upwards till finding first support number 3. Price action bounces between 2 and 3 range, creating lower highs and higher lows. The pattern is completed when price action reverses direction from the last touch to the upper pennant borders and goes downwards till it breaks the lower border at 0.4. Let's see a bearish pennant real example. The trade setup. Trade entry at the closing rate of the candle after breaking the lowest border at 0.4. The take profit 366.6 pips, usual measurement applied from point number 4. The stop loss 114.2 pips, risk reward 3.210, set at 7% of target measurement beyond absolute SL. Price action retested the breakout rate. Double top illustration and structured bearish. Price action. In an uptrend, price action finds first resistance number 1, where it reverses direction and goes downwards till finding support number 2. Price action reverses direction from number 2 and goes upwards till finding second resistance number 3, which will be around the same rate of the first resistance number 1. The pattern is completed when price action reverses direction from the second resistance number 3 and goes downwards till it breaks the lower support at point number 4. Pip distance of the prior trend should be noticeable longer than the pattern formation. After the breakout, retesting the pattern's lower support that turned into resistance is highly possible. Volume is usually high when reversing from the second resistance number 3, as well as when breaking the pattern's lower support. This pattern is commonly found on medium and long-term time frames. Let's talk about trading the pattern. Trade entry. The pattern is traded after price action breaks the pattern lower support at point number 4. Take profit, identified by measuring the upper border's lower border's distance, which is the vertical distance between points 2 and either 1 or 3, according to which one was used to define the upper border. That measurement is then applied for the breakout point number 4. The stop loss, the pattern support number 2, which turned into resistance after the breakout. Now patterns, reward, and risk. Risk and reward will depend on the entry rate lower border distance compared to the upper border lower border distance. Always remember that the stop loss level explained above is absolute. The actual stop loss rate for your trade setup should be a bit beyond that level to give the trade some room to breathe. And of course, calculation for position size and risk reward should be done with respect to that rate. Let's see a double top real example, bearish. The trade setup. Trade entry at the closing rate of the candle after breaking the lower border at point number 4. Take profit 245.8 pips, usual measurement applied from point number 4. The stop loss 110.1 pips. Risk reward 2.233, set up 21% of target measurement beyond absolute SL. Price action retested the breakout level twice before hitting to target. Double bottom illustration and structure, bearish. Price action. In a downtrend, price action finds first resistance number 1, where it reverses direction and goes upwards till finding support number 2. Price action reverses direction from number 2 and goes downwards till finding second resistance number 3, which will be around the same rate of the first resistance number 1. The pattern is completed when price action reverses direction from the second resistance number 3 and goes upwards till it breaks the upper support at point number 4. Now let's see a double bottom real example, bearish. The trade setup, trade entry, at the closing rate of the candle after breaking the upper border at point number 4. The take profit 245.9 pips, usual measurement applied from point number 4. The stop loss 166.6 pips, risk reward 1.476, set at 21% of target measurement beyond absolute SL. Price action retested the breakout level right after entry before heading to target. Triple top illustration and structure, bullish. The price action. In an uptrend, price action finds first resistance number 1, where it reverses direction and goes downwards till finding support number 2. Price action reverses direction from number 2 and goes upwards till finding second resistance number 3, which will be around the same rate of the first resistance number 1. Price action reverses direction from number 3 and goes downwards till finding second support number 4, which can be higher or lower than the first support number 2. Price action reverses direction from number 4 and goes upwards till finding third resistance number 5, which will also be around the same rate of both the first and second number 1 and 3 resistance. The pattern is completed when price action reverses direction from the third resistance number 5 and goes downwards till it breaks the lower support at point number 6. Pip distance of the prior trend should be noticeably longer than the pattern formation. After the breakout, retesting the pattern's lower support that turns to resistance is highly possible. Volume is usually high when reversing from the second, number 3, and third, number 5 resistance, as well as when breaking the pattern's lower support. This pattern is commonly found on medium and long-term time frames. Let's talk about trading the pattern. Trade entry. The pattern is traded after price action breaks the pattern lower support at point number 6. The take profit, identified by measuring the upper border lower border distance, which is the vertical distance between points 1, 3, or 5, according to which one was used to define the upper border, and points 2 or 4, according to which one was used to define the lower border. That measurement is then applied from the breakout point number 6. Stop loss. The pattern supports numbers 2 or 4, according to which one was used to define the lowest border, which turn into resistance after the breakout. Now, patterns, reward, and risk. Risk and reward will depend on the entry rate lower border distance compared to the upper border lower border distance. Always remember that the stop loss level explained above is absolute. The actual stop loss rate for your trade setup should be a bit beyond that level to give the trade setup some room to breathe. And of course, calculation for position size and risk reward should be done with respect to that rate. Let's see a triple top real example, bullish. Trade setup, trade entry at the closing rate of the candle after breaking the lowest border at point 6. The take profit 448.1 pips, usual measurement applied from point 6. The stop loss 131.7 pips, risk reward 3.402, set at 21% of target measurement beyond absolute SL. Price action retested the breakout level twice before hitting to target. Triple bottom illustration and structures, bullish. Price action. In a downtrend, price action finds first resistance, number 1, where it reverses direction and goes upwards till finding support, and number 2. Price action reverses direction from number 2 and goes downwards till finding second resistance, number 3, which will be around the same rate of the first resistance, number 1. Price action reverses direction from number 3 and goes upwards till finding second support, number 4, which can be higher or lower than the first support, number 2. Price action reverses direction from number 4 and goes downwards till finding third resistance, number 5, which will also be around the same rate of both the first 1 and second 3 resistance. The pattern is complete when price action reverses direction from the third resistance, number 5, and goes upwards till it breaks the upper support at point number 6. Let's see a triple bottom real example, bullish. Trade setup, trade entry at the closing rate of the candle after breaking the upper border at point number 6. Take profit 580.3 pips, usual measurement applied from point number 6. The stop loss 315.1 pips, Risk reward 1.842, set at 21% of target measurement beyond absolute SL. Thanks for watching. We hope you learned with our content. Please join us in future videos to continue with this series.